All right, when you are ready, please introduce yourself, introduce the run, give me a countdown for the timer, and we will get started.
Okay, so I am PROUTJV, and I'm going to run Super Metroid Project Base, which is a ROM-hack that has been created in 2010 and is still updated to this day. Very great ROM-hack. It mostly opens the map and such. I'm going to talk about it a lot during the run. This run is going to be a 104% run, so we're basically going to collect every item, beat every boss and such. Pretty much do everything the game has to offer. Um, the timer will start
Just
when I press start game.
just a quick reminder, can you let me know when the poll ends
Oh, the
so I
poll
can tell you which
ends
option was won?
at like you will see at the very end, the planet is going to like
Yeah.
explode, and there will be a timer and such. That's
Yeah,
basically when the
so
poll
I'm
ends.
aware that it's at the end of the run, but if you could just give me a heads up when
Oh
it
yeah, yeah,
ends,
yeah.
just
I
to
will
get
tell
any
you. I
motivation.
will tell you.
Yeah,
Okay, I will tell
brilliant.
you. Don't worry. Timer starts when I press start game, and I'm going to do it. Okay, so the run starts at Series Station, which is essentially the tutorial of the game. It's a way to introduce players to the controls and such. Um, Essentially, this hack really vastly improves the movement possibilities of the base game, and it opens up the map a lot more and such. Right now, there is not much to talk about, but during the run, we're going to get very overpowered and such, and beat bosses using numerous tricks and such. Uh, right now, we just have to wait for this cutscene where Ridley, this evil flying guy, takes away the Metroid from us. So essentially, the story of the game is you want to beat that guy up and get the Metroid back because it's very dangerous and such to the piece of the galaxy or something. So I don't really need to be mindful of this timer. It's not. You won't die to it. Oh, and the steam right there, the steam in this room is not RNG. It's like it's on a cycle, and if you get into a bite cycle, sometimes you can get it a lot and such. And the thing is, this steam knocks you back, and with things like wall jumps and such, you can get pushed off the ledge. Um, we're going to see during this run lots of tricks involving wall jumps and such. I'm going to explain a lot of it. This sequence was essentially the tutorial of the game. Right now, we're going to go on Planet Zebes, which is the main area of the game, with this ominous starry sky. So we're gonna head down to grab lots of items, and I'm going to use the first glitch right here. Essentially, your force speed is supposed to be capped. Oh man, I failed it. But if you exit out of moonwalk when you fall, you can fall really fast like this. And it's useful to like fall down huge shafts very fast. Because essentially, you trick the game into thinking you're not falling. Um, and this makes it so your force speed isn't capped, and thus you can fall really fast. So this is the morph ball, an item that allows you to squeeze in tiny gaps like I just did. It's mandatory to progress, so that's just why we're grabbing it. Uh, During the run, we're going to do some sequence break to get timestamps earlier, but we won't skip anything because this is a 104%, so we have to get everything. So I'm going to go back up, and we're going to see the space pirates, the evil guys have appeared. And so right now I'm going to use wall jumps. So thinking in this game, you can chain wall jumps infinitely on the same wall. So you can gain pretty much infinite height with some walls, like I'm doing right now. Oh man. So we're gonna go ahead and kill the first boss of the run. So I'm gonna use a backflip there. It's a special move added by this hack, which allows you to do a sick backflip and ignore enemy knockback like this. So it's good to like phase through enemies, but you still take damage. You just ignore the knockback. So it's pretty useful. So this boss is going to be very, very easy uh, because I'm just that good. No, it's just easy. Even if you're like bad at the game, it's very easy. We got bombs, which is you can place some bombs when you're in Morph Ball to break some blocks, essentially. It's mandatory too to progress. You just have to get it. Because in this game is in general, most categories start the same because a lot of items are mandatory, but then most items in the middle game to end game are skippable. So like in categories that are not 100%, you can skip a lot of stuff or not. I mean, it depends on like how comfortable you are at the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the first skip in the following area. So we're going to use a trick called the mock ball, which essentially happens when you morph at the last moment. Morph is like getting to a ball, you know. And like as you can see, by morphing at the last moment, I keep a lot of my speed and I can squeeze through these barriers. And I'm going to get a lot of pickups right now, much earlier than I was supposed to. And this is useful in 100% because it cuts backtracking. I'm getting this super missile, which is this super missile is actually an improvement over the missile. So maybe I did not talk about the ammo stuff, but missiles and super missiles open different types of doors, and they do a lot of damage to enemies. So the more you have them, oh man, the more you cut down boss time. That's the gist of it, essentially. So right now I'm chaining a lot of backflips to ignore the enemies. I'm not going to lie, this run is not that clean, but it's a marathon, so that's just how it is. So I'm using a backflip there to break a one-way block. Oh man, what? To break a one-way block because I'm going to get the power bombs earlier in turn. Power bombs open yellow doors and they're sort of a nuke. It's not really that useful, but it opens paths, so that's why I'm taking it. The idea is actually, right now at least, is to clear this green sector. I'm going to get every single item in this green area, which is called Green Star. I mean, no, Green Blue Star, because there is... We're gonna see other areas which are also in Green Star. So, right there, I use the damage boost. Essentially, I reverse the knockback from the damage to propel myself in a direction. Oh, man. So I'm going to do a mock... Oh, I failed it. I was going to do some strat right there to try to avoid getting it, but in 100% it's not that bad since you get so much items that you can't die basically. So there I use a power bomb to break these blocks earlier and get myself the charge beam, which is an item that allows you to charge your shots. I don't know if I get to showcase it. Right there, see, my shot is charged and it does more damage and it allows you to damage bosses with shots because bosses are immune to uncharged shots. And it's very useful to kill enemies faster without using ammo as such. So I'm gonna go... So this is red Brune Star. We're gonna collect one item there. I'm gonna do some backflips there to try to be as fast as possible. And I'm gonna collect the spacer, which is a triple shot, essentially. As you can see, I fired 3 shots. So it just deals more damage to enemies, nothing really special. We're gonna head into Crate's Lair, which is the first boss area of the game. Oh, no! Okay, this happens too much to me. Thing is, when you enter that room, usually you get in with like a lot of momentum. And if you don't do the jump, you fall and you lose a lot of time. What's good about this game is it's really movement based and such, but if you fail some stuff, you can bleed so much time. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so oh man, I got it. Nothing really special, but we're gonna come up on the first boss, and I'm going to do a strat to kill it very fast. I mean, I will try to do the strat. Maybe I will fail. Hopefully not. But this is Kraid. It's not that good. Strat or not, I'm going to kill him very fast, but if I get the strat, it's better. Yeah, he's dead. See? Essentially, you hit him with like 4 super missiles, and you can hit him when he gets up and such. Okay, so I got the Varia suit. It's a suit that allows you to resist heat damage, and it reduces the damage you take. So I'm going to head into Norfair, which is a heated area. Essentially, if you don't have Varia suit, you shouldn't get there. If you don't have Varia suit, in this room, for example, you're gonna take constant damage and die eventually. But I have Varia suit, so it's not really a problem. Just gonna grab this missile. Now the run is about to go a bit it's about to go a bit crazy because this is the most OP item in the game. Speed booster. As the name implies, it's good for speed. So essentially, I'm going to explain some stuff, but it's a bit complicated. But with speed booster, you can run a lot, then get blue, and when you get blue, you can store that blue store that blue and then release it to do a huge burst of speed in a direction, which is called the shine spark. And that's what I did right there. So look, I'm going to run, then I'm getting blue, I store it, and I can release it to do a big burst of speed in a direction. And this is very useful to go fast and such. So we're in this area to get a few items. What I just got too is the wave beam, which is a beam that passes through walls and deals more damage to enemies. So see, I'm making a lot of use of speed booster to get up or to get up in some rooms or just go very fast. So the wave beam is a beam that passes through walls and deals more damage to enemies, and that's pretty much it. It's not really a big upgrade, but it's cool to have in some rooms to like hit enemies through walls, and so like hit them earlier than you would if you did not have the wave beam. But thing is, beams are not that useful in this category in general because you have to collect every items, and because you have to collect every items, you end up with a lot of ammo, like way too much ammo. So you don't really need to even use the beams. So I'm gonna collect the ice beam, which is a beam that allows you to freeze enemies. It's useful at the end of the game because some enemies are really hard to kill if you don't have this beam. But otherwise, it's pretty useless too. But yeah, you can use the frozen enemies as platforms. I don't know if I'm gonna show it, but like right there, I can step on a frozen enemy. And so right there, I'm going to use a shine spark. Oh man, I need to stay focused. But thing is, the developer he knew what he was doing with speedrun and such. it's called Grime. Really cool guy, by the way. But he knows he knew what he was doing with speedrunning and such, so he put a lot of shortcuts for speedrunners. And the map is really open in general. Like, thing is, the 100% route that I'm taking right now is pretty much intended. I mean, not except for the first parts where you get supers and power bombs early, but it's pretty much intended. But other categories like reverse boss order, well, you can do stuff such as beating the bosses in the reverse order, which is pretty crazy, I gotta say. So it really highlights the open-endedness of this game, in my opinion. So I'm going to get the X-ray beam. It's used to show secrets, so it's not really that useful for a speedrunner, except for one use, a glitch, which you will see later. But for beginners, it shows you like every secret block, essentially. So like, it's useless for a speedrunner. At least, I mean, the intended purpose is useless. That's what I will say. But for beginners, it shows you like every secret block and such. So if you don't know the map, it's pretty useful. But I just know the map like the back of my hand, so I'm gonna get the dashboard. Also, if the game lags, sometimes it's either my PC being bad or just the game, because like it's a SNES game. This room, for example, is very prone to lagging, the one with the enemies, because you get a lot of small debris and such. So I just collected the dashboard, which allows you to speed in ball form, because if you don't have that, well, you can't speed in ball form. So it's just useful to go fast, and I have to collect every single items anyways, so... Oh man, these plants can be annoying if they eat you. So more power bombs and such. Every single time you see me collecting a missile or anything, it just increases the max amount of those you can get by 5 each time. So at first it can be useful, but for example, there are the max amount of missile you can get is 250, I think. Yeah, 250, and I mean, having that much missiles is not really useful. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna head to the wreck ship, which is the area where the second boss lies. Man, I got it. I mean, thing is, you can use the speed booster to like, yeah, I didn't show it, but you can use it to like walk. Oh man, walk on water, because this water here, I mean, the water in this game slows you down a lot. Like, you don't want to fall in the water until you got a specific upgrade, which we will see later. So, as you can probably see, the speed booster is really, really OP. I'm using it pretty much everywhere I can. I mean, everywhere where it saves time, of course, but there are some categories where we don't collect the speed booster. I mean, but it's really rare, and oftentimes it's forced by the rules, because like the speed booster is just so OP. Like, you have to collect it if you want to save time. It's just you can't get good times if you don't have speed booster. I mean, you probably can if you're really good, but I'm not that good. So we're gonna head into the second major boss, which is Fentun. It's like a ghost, basically. It's pretty easy because we have a lot of ammo and such. I'm just going to take the hits. I don't really mind. It's 100%. Every single pink square you see on the top is 100 max HP, and the maximum amount of pink squares you can get is 14, so I'm not really scared. And like each time you collect one of those pink squares, your entire health is refilled. I mean energy. I just call it health, but it's energy. Yeah, it's dead. Oh man, I bonked the door. And yeah, when you're blue, I mean, this game is really complex. That's why I can't mention everything. But when you're blue, you pretty much kill every single enemy in one hit, just by going inside them. I mean, into them, bumping, like, you know. So it's pretty useful to like kill enemies and such. Like this. See, it just died. Oh man, I bonked. I'm trying to get lined up because there is a block there that frees up a shortcut. So we're gonna head to the side just to collect one item. Uh, I mean, two items. Two items. Oh man. See, the water really slows you down. It reduces your jump height and such. Like, you just don't want to be in water, basically. Because you will lose a lot of time. Super missiles allow you to like rocket jump like I just did because there are spikes at the bottom of this room. So like I was trying not to fall. But this game is not hard. Like I mean, even route wise, like you have to force yourself to take less items to die. You know, like if you're a beginner that plays this, uh, I mean, oh man, what? 2 seconds. I need to focus. Okay, wait. I'm losing a lot of time. I did not mean to fall there at all. I wanted to like. Thing is, you have to like stutter a bit to get the blue suit earlier, because like I'm I'm not talking about it a lot, but I'm doing some weird manips to like get this blue suit state earlier than intended by like stuttering a bit in my movement and such. Um, like this to like get it over a small space. Because you're supposed to get it over a much larger distance. Oh man, 2 seconds. What was I talking about lastly? Yeah. Thing is, what's good about this game is there are so many upgrades that uh, you can, if you don't want to die and such, you can run 100%. If you want to take risks and such, you can run any percent or reverse boss order. And even in any percent or reverse boss order, you can like choose to take more items. And yes, you will take more time, of course, but it gives you more safeties, you know. So that's what's really good. You can like scale the difficulty of the run in general, which is great. And lastly, I mean, you can just run both. I mean, I ran every single category of this game pretty much. Um, but like, I mean, for example, 100%, 104%, the thing I'm running right now is not my forte, but it's still fun to run, especially in like a marathon setting where you don't really take, you won't really want to take a lot of risks. Anyways, I got gravity. This is a suit that gives you normal physics in the water. So right now, as you can see, I'm moving normally, so that's great. We're gonna go back uh, in Red Brinstar. Yeah, as you can see, I ran on the water. If you have speed, you can do that. It's pretty sick. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna go into Maridia, which is an area filled of water, filled with water. So if you don't have gravity suit, going there is a bad idea, basically. You can, but don't. Bad idea. So I'm gonna grab a few items. especially a beam a bit later, which will be very useful. This is where X-ray will come in to help us do a pretty, oh man, pretty sick glitch. Because the third boss is not going to last very long, you will see. Ah, man. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a few more items. I mean, obviously not every single item is interesting. Like, this is like the 10th missile tank I'm getting. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to fail this too hard. If you have the speed in there, you can like break these blocks without having to like set a bomb and such, like I just did. But I failed. So I'm gonna collect the plasma beam, which is the best beam in the game. So I'm gonna be able to like, it pierces through enemies and it just deals immense damage. So I'm gonna do this trick at the start of the run to fall really fast if I'm getting it. Yeah, I did. I just did. Okay. So now we're gonna head to the boss of the area. So yeah, I probably didn't mention that because there is a lot of stuff to talk about, but the goal of the game is to beat 4 major bosses to open the way to Torgen, which is the final area. And so far I beat 2 bosses, Kraid, the crocodile, and Fentun, the ghost thing. And so we're gonna go ahead and beat Dragon, which is a fish, sort of fish. So these are turrets, you can destroy those. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't getting it right there. Ammo is not really important in this category, like I have way too much missiles and such. Okay, so I'm gonna use the X-ray to re-trigger this beam, basically. I can spam it to like re-trigger the beam damage, and the boss is dead, as you can see. So this only works if you have both X-ray and plasma, because like plasma pierces enemies, so the beam doesn't get destroyed when it hits Dragon. Okay, so this is Pay Jump, an item that allows you to jump infinitely in the air. The thing is, speed is just so OP that this item is not really useful because speed basically allows you to gain infinite height with these shine sparks, the burst of speed, you know. So I was just getting this this energy tank. That's it. Oh man, no. There are items. You need to speed through them, through this block to get them. Otherwise, I would have just jump to them. Yes, I just did the glitch to like fall really fast right there. It's called a moonfall, by the way. A lot of these glitches you can do in the base game. It's not in the hack only. Like moonfalls and such, they work in the normal game. You know, if you are a Super Metroid player and you want to like try them out, probably just type that on Google and you will see lots of tutorials by great people, such as I don't know, Chinese any odds and gods and such. Really great people. But yeah, this game has a lot of resources available and such. It's not hard to get into speedrunning it at all. And the community server is very friendly and such. And if you want to speedrun that hack, just contact me on Discord or something. Because I'm pretty much the only one speedrunning it right now. And I'm getting bored. Okay, so we just got Spring Ball. Man, what am I doing? It allows you to jump when you're in ball form. It's just a small quality of life. It's pretty useless, honestly, because like you can use bombs to jump in ball form. Wait, where is it? There is only one path that allows you to go up. My brain is forgetting. Oh man, it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, probably the most boring part of the run right now. We just get items, and we're going to head into the the areas close to the final, to the end of the game, pretty soon. But this part, I mean, this area is really huge, so I have to collect a lot of stuff. Just going to kill that guy real quick. Oh man, I fell. What? I did not want to fall. I wanted to like stay on it to perform a moonfall to fall faster, but I failed. See, I'm staying at speed booster area to like kill the enemies when I come back down. Uh, we have pretty much cleaned the area right now. We're gonna go back. Uh, I'm just. So we're gonna go back to a place where we already went, just to like take a shortcut. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna go down. So, we're gonna go back into Norfair to collect more items and beat the last of the 4 bosses, which is Ridley. Normally, this is by far the hardest boss in the game. I mean, in the game, I don't really know. It's pretty subjective, but most people would say it's either Dragon or Ridley. But in this category, like, no boss is hard because you're just overpowered. You have every single item. Mind you, though, I submitted every category, so it's not my fault for running an easy category. Anyway, so this is lower Norfair. We have epic music, dangerous enemies and such. So as you could see right before, with Plasma Beam, if you shoot at the last moment, you can like phase through enemies. It's pretty useful. Wait, what am I doing? So I'm just gonna collect some items and collect them fast. So this is a section where you can just hold jump if you have Spring Ball. Not really interesting. So I'm just gonna try to kill these enemies. Ah man, I bonked. But yeah, just doing this game as this game and the base game and Super Metroid, but like pretty much every single Super Metroid game, hack or not, has a lot of movement depth that I'm not talking about here, and I'm pretty bad at the game. I mean, I would say I'm better than average, but it's only when I'm focused, and even then, I'm just not that good. Like essentially, this game is so complex, with like ledge grabs and stuff that you can pretty much not. I mean, like stuff like in Super Mario Bros. 1 with Tastai and such. It's pretty much impossible. You're never gonna tie Dotas. It's impossible. Even in like just one room, you have to do a lot of imperfect stuff and such. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I'm using this glitch to like phase through these enemies because they deal a lot of damage. They're called the key hunters. Pretty dangerous. This hack, by the way, is available on Metroid Construction, which is the official site for Metroid hacks. I mean, which the official site, like the community site, essentially. Basically, every single Metroid hack is on this site if you want to play it and such. There is a lot of great hacks, very, very good hacks. So these pirates are invincible when they're gray, so I'm sort of manipulating them so that they can become yellow earlier and I can kill them. Oh, I bonked. No, I bonked. Okay, so we're gonna face Ridley right now. Uh, the last of the 4 bosses. So it's gonna be pretty easy since I have a lot of health. I can just take an acid bath if I want. I don't really care. When we're done with this boss, we're gonna have to do a bit of cleanup. Oh man, I got grabbed. Yeah, okay, he died. We're gonna have to do a bit of cleanup, get some more items. And then we're gonna head on to the final area and beat the game. So there is a lot more items we have to get. First of all, this item, being the screw attack. It allows you to kill enemies by just jumping into them. It's pretty much the final item you're supposed to get. Because like you can just jump into enemies to kill them. It's really OP. And we have to face this mini boss, the Golden Torizo. It's not hard. And I have too much health, so... In vanilla you can cheese it, but they fixed it in this game. I mean, in this hack. Like, you can't cheese the boss. You have to do it normally. But even then it's easy. You just... Shoot. I have too much health. But this is why I say this game is not hard. Like, if you're casual, the more items you get, the easier the game is, and it's true for speedruns too. So like, 100% speedruns are not really hard, but any percent speedruns or reverse boss order speedruns take like maybe 3 to 4 tanks. So you can die very quickly if you're not careful, um, especially in like the early game. Oh man. We're gonna face off against another mini boss in a bit, but these mini boss I just faced, I mean the mini boss I just faced and the one we're going to face are bosses you should have faced much earlier. It's just me sequence breaking again, because with speed I was able to skip grapple. I forgot to mention this, but grapple is, it's in the name, you can grapple to some stuff, but uh, it's pretty useless. Even in the base game, it's pretty useless. Pretty much the most useless item along with X-ray. So we're gonna face off against this mini boss, but it's going to be very quick. So this is Crocomire. You're supposed to shoot him and he will like back and die. But because I have plasma beam, the shot goes through him and he gets hit like a lot. And I mean, you could probably see he blinked a lot and he just died instantly. So like, it's just very easy. There is nothing to say. He just dies. Oh wait, no, he has a second face. I was trolling. Man, it's just a prank. The boss is dead. This is a funny prank the game does. I like it. Let me just check if I took the item. Sometimes I'm just making sure because sometimes my memory is not great. So we're gonna head back into Brinstar, the green area and such. I mean, green, pink, blue. Brinstar is really huge. It's hard to describe, but we're gonna collect some more items, and we're also gonna collect these items in crates layer. They open up after you kill crate, so I couldn't get them before, but now I can. So as you can see, we're getting pretty close to max power. Right now we have pretty much every single major item. We just need to get more ammo and health for the 100%, and we will be good to go. So I'm gonna head back into this blue green star area to collect some more items. Right there. Okay, this was pretty sick. Man, I've never done this in a run. Pretty sick. Oh man. Ah. I keep bonking. I'm just gonna do the backflips here. So we're gonna take... this is where we got the morph ball at the very start of the run. And there is a shortcut behind it that we're gonna take. Oh, I did not explode it far enough. Okay, yeah. That's not too bad. So we're gonna go there, which is where we got the charge beam, because there is a path with an item again. This game just has a lot of secret paths and such. They are fun to like find out on your own, but I would say as a beginner, you probably, if you know nothing about the game, you probably can't find them all. Uh, most most are just visual cues, but some are pretty convoluted. Like, I would say you could get 95% of items as a casual, but 5% or so, you might have to look up a guide or something, because some are just really, really well hidden. Oh man, oh no, I did not. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I didn't see. I thought I had killed the enemies, but I didn't. Because like, if the enemies are not killed, you can't go in that door. And you also have to kill them to exit the room. Amen. So this is really just the cleanup phase. We're just going back to the very start to get a few items, and then we're going to head into the final area of the game. Yeah, okay, I have to... I need to get positioned very precisely for this shot to hit. Okay, it did. I don't know, the screen shook a bit, and if it does that, it means the super hit. But it's weird, but this shot only works at a very specific position. I have no idea why, but it does. So we are back at the very start. This is under the room with those pirates. He was clueless. He was looking around. Very funny. Oh man. Okay. So now, what am I doing? There are ways to get in this room faster, but I'm not going to attempt them. It's like very short. Shine sparks. I mean, you have not a lot of runway. I don't know if I can get it there. Yeah, I'm too bad right now. I'm too tired. I'm not going to lie when I'm saying I'm very tired right now, but as long as I'm having fun, I think it doesn't matter. There is not much to say in this part. We're just so overpowered that we can basically go very fast and kill everything in quite a short amount of time. So we're gonna go back to the very first room with our ship because we can get a few items there, including power bombs. Ah, what? No, I stopped. What happened? I think I bonked. I keep bonking. Okay. I'm a big bonker. I bonk too much. So we're gonna head into the final area of the game, which is called Torian. So this checks if you like beat all the bosses. So it's just going to like, see, this is the crocodile. This is the ghost. This is the fish. And this is Ridley, the dragon or something. Dragon, I don't really know. Lizard, I think. I really like the designs, to be honest. It's really original, but it's sort of weird too. This entire game is pretty weird. I mean, the entire Metroid franchise is like a pretty weird sci-fi universe. So we're gonna go into Torrent. So in each of the following rooms, we're gonna have to kill Metroids, which is in the name of the game. So these are sort of, oh man, parasites that like latch onto you and stuff. So you have to kill them to progress. And I'm doing pretty bad right now, speed-wise. So you have to freeze them and then use either one super missile or 5 missiles. But you have to freeze them, and these are the enemies which, when I said, these are the enemies which are very hard to kill if you don't have ice beam, because you need to use power bombs, and it's not hard, it just takes a lot of time. And I'm trying to use strats to like get them grouped together. Okay, so we are done with the Metroid rooms. We're gonna have to just skip a cutscene. Normally it's going to be pretty easy if I don't fail. You just have to speed through it. So normally you're supposed to get grabbed and lose a lot of health and such, but yeah, I just skipped it. So each of these barriers needs missiles to be destroyed. And so usually you would skip it with a glitch, but we have too much ammo, so I'm just not gonna try to attempt the glitch. I'm just gonna destroy them. We have way too much ammo. Because the glitch is, it's really used to just save ammo in like any percent categories and such. But we have too much ammo, so I don't really mind. Okay, so this is Mother Brain, the final boss of the game. We have every single item in the game, so it's gonna be very easy, but let's just not talk and beat the boss. Our beam right now is very overpowered, so I'm not using missiles or anything. I just use super missiles because they're really good too, but our beam is even better. So I'm gonna take damage into 3 to make this cutscene shorter, but it's still quite long. There is a glitch, which is called stand-up glitch, to like move and deal damage to the boss during this cutscene, but if you do bad stuff while you have this glitch, you can make the game crash. So I'm not going to try that because if the game crashes, yeah, I'm pretty much done for. So we're just gonna have to sit through this. Uh, yeah, just a heads up. You can close the poll in like 30 seconds or so. I mean, right now if you want, but
So Save the Animals is currently winning. This is your 40-second call to anybody who wants to put a final donation in for either saving or killing the animals. Do it now or forever hold your peace.
thanks. So this cutscene, in this cutscene, essentially the baby Metroid, the Metroid, big Metroid here, gives us all of our life back and a rainbow beam to kill Mother Brain. So now we just have to explode the final boss with our very good beam, which is called the Hyper Beam. So you can only have one shot at a time on the screen, I believe. So if you get closer to the boss, as you can see, it speeds up a little bit. So now the boss is dead and the auto destruction mechanism is going to trigger. We have to leave the planet or we're going to die.
And Save the Animals is the winning option, so...
Yes, I'm going to save the animals so they can not die too. Oh man, what? Oh. I'm going to do a shine spark in this room to get up very fast. So the animals, you can find them throughout the game, and they are, during the escape, they are in the room where we got the bombs. So I'm going to go ahead and save them. Run! See you.
And the animals have been saved.
Exactly. Oh man. You can go back from the right, but it takes a bit of time. time. So we left the planet and it's going to explode in a very epic sequence. But Samus survived. Very epic. So the timer, which is going to be displayed by the game, is not really accurate. Yeah, I think I did like, I would say this was a 56 run, 55. I don't know.
It's 5402 is what I've got.
Oh, yeah, that's faster than what I thought.
Well, thank you very much for the closing run of InstaTipTopathon 2026. There is a slight bit more chance for anybody who wants to put any final donations in whilst we're on the air. Before we finish off, I am going to do a little bit of a closing announcement on the intermission screen momentarily when we finish off with the Super Metroid Project Base 104% run. So if anybody does want to put any final donations in, type ! donate in the chat if you're on Twitch. There's a link in the description if you're on YouTube. There's a link on like the pinned chat messages as well on both platforms. If you'd like to put any donations in, please do so before the end of the stream if you'd like them read out. I'll read out any donations that come in just before the end of the marathon. Otherwise, the donation page will remain open, I think, for about a week after the event. So up until next Sunday, you will be able to donate to the InstaTipTopathon 2026 fundraiser as well. And once everything has been processed on our end, we will donate that money to Tip Top Productions. The final total, therefore, as things stand at the moment, to Tip Top Productions is £172.69, which is a really, really good total. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has donated to the fundraiser. It's been an incredible weekend. I will put the intermission screen back on very momentarily, very briefly, to close off the marathon. But before we do that, of course, PROUTJV, do you have any final things you'd like to say before we finish?
Well, thank you for this marathon. First of all, I really liked it too. Very good games, very original runs. Discovered some great games, and thank you for having me too. I really had fun in this run. So yeah, just thank you.
No problem at all. Thank
Oh
you
no,
so
no
much
for.
for taking part as well. Hopefully, we will see you again soon.
Oh yeah.
I will be
Next year, I
making a
think
very
I will submit another arc next year, something.
well. We might have another event this year actually, but
Oh, that's great.
I'll talk about that later on in during the intermission screen. So pop back onto the intermission screen and I'll explain a bit more in a minute.
Yeah, sure thing.
But yeah, so I will be putting the intermission screen on very briefly so we can finally close out the marathon. Thank you to all the runners. Thank you to everybody who's taken part over the weekend. Thank you to everyone who's donated as well. This has been InstaTipTopathon 2026. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you again all briefly in a moment. But to PROUTJV, thank you for the final run of the marathon, and we'll hopefully see you again very soon.
Yeah, thank you to you too. See ya.